Yes. So we will do the 37th verse first. Just revise it a bit for the simple reason that there is a very beautiful point that this Shastra expresses itself to. It says to mankind that the cycle of birth and death is endless. And even if there be many, many, many countless births taken, we still will not be able to get out of that cycle unless and until there is the capacity in oneself to actually break through all the shackles, all the cycles, let's put it this way, that we have initiated because of our karma. So, whatever we are initiating because of our karma, it puts us in a cyclical mode. For example, any seed sown has to nourish itself, will nurture will be nurtured by the environment, and due to which it will grow. But in the nature of the seed is that you will automatically, sorry, one second. You will automatically see that there is a seed which produces a tree, and a tree produces more seeds. So what you notice as a cycle is, and what I want to draw your attention to, is that every seed holds in it a potential of not one seed, but countless seeds. This countless seeds is what is mentioned in the Vedas, that Jiva, individual, in every action that we do, we are reaping countless seeds. Let's put it this way. We feel we are doing one action. हमने तो बस इतना ही किया था. When actually we do something, we say हमने तो बस इतना ही किया था. But the result that when we get it, we feel this is not what we deserved, or this is more than we deserved. Either way, you feel the seeds that have come back in the form of karma phal are much more complex and much more intricately natured than the simple action that you think you had sown. So what Veda tells man is, human being is, that every action that we do is like sowing a seed at that time. What we don't register is that when the seed multiplies or grows, the nature of its growth will be determined by the fact that you still have a prarabdha karma. You still have a lifespan. That lifespan is an enough canvas in which the seed that you have sown will be nurtured. It will be nourished. Will it mature itself in this life? Not necessary. But fact is that they are bound to mature because the seed has already been nourished. What nourishes the seed is our own self, our own desires, our own identity, our own minds, our own notions. We are sowing the seed, and the seed is getting its environment in our lifespan. And in this lifetime, the nourishment is already provided by the force of our own thinking, by the force of our own desires, by the force of our own wants, our ichhas. And if we observe ourselves carefully, our ichhas don't seem to have a quantity. We feel a sense of limitation, but our ichhas don't seem to be limited. Such a contradiction. हमें लगता क्या है कि we are very small, helpless people. We are very, very finite. हम करना बहुत कुछ चाहते हैं लेकिन हम कर नहीं पाते. हमें चाहिए बहुत कुछ लेकिन सब मिलता नहीं है, etc. But when we look at ourselves, we realize that whatever we are focused on, whatever we want, whatever it is that we identify with, somewhere the action that gets reaped when it is fructifying, the time lapse between the action and the result is something that we are not in readiness for. I'm going to repeat myself because what Veda wants to tell us, for those who have just joined, what Veda wants to tell us, that action has multiple results. One action brings multiple results. One action is equivalent to one seed. One seed is equivalent to one tree. But one tree is not equivalent again to one seed. Each tree potentially has now got many seeds to convert themselves into more trees. That is the nature of one action. हर कर्म हमारा, हमको लगता है हम तो बस इतना ही कर रहे हैं, मगर हर कर्म में जो बीज हम बोते हैं, वो बीज जब फल आता है, जब फल बनेगा, जब फल उत्पन्न होगा, उस बीज में अपने आप में बहुत सारी कर्मों की साइकिल्स इनिशिएट हो चुकी होंगी, क्योंकि वो एक फल में बहुत सारे बीज फिर से जुड़े हुए हैं. जस्ट एज एक पेड़ में बहुत बीज हैं जो फिर पेड़ बन जाते हैं. इफ दिस इज द नेचर, दैट मीन्स हमें उस फल को भोगने के लिए, उन फलों को भोगने के लिए, the cycle seems to be extremely intricate. The intricateness is so deep that at another point in Gita, Krishna says, Gahana karmano gatihi. कर्म की गति बहुत गहरी है. आप इसका नाप नहीं सकते, आप इसको पहचान नहीं सकते, आप इन लिंक्स को देख नहीं सकते, बिकॉज गहना इज बहुत गहरा है. ये कर्म की गति बहुत गहरी है, मीन्स बहुत इंट्रिकेट है. If karmas are so intricate, then for any bhoga, one will have to be reborn again. क्योंकि अब कर्म की गति है, फल से ही खत्म होगी. लेकिन जब तक हम फल भोग रहे हैं, हम और कर्म कर लेते हैं. I just want us to be fully in grasp of the cycle, which is the base of mumukshutvam. To the extent one understands this cycle, to that an extent one experiences a desire for freedom from it. अगर आज हम बहुत नींद में हैं, आराम से हैं, सोचते हैं ये जन्म है, देख रहे हैं जो हो रहा है, खा रहे हैं, पी रहे हैं, सब कुछ, we are doing everything. And we don't feel a sense of any urgency for freedom, for liberation, quote unquote. हमें लगता है it's okay, we are doing what we are doing. The freedom and its urgency is directly proportional to how much has one's awakening come, recognition come to this cycle of birth and death. And it's not enough to say कि birth and death, हाँ, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jathare, shayana. It's not enough to say, I'm born again, I die again. It's not a casual thing. That I understand that I am the one who is perpetuating the cycle. I am the one who is keeping it continued. It is dependent on me that I am the one who is sowing the seeds. When that gets, हम कहते हैं click होता है. So when you have those locks, secret locks, and you go on trying, if you've forgotten your password, and you go on trying, nothing happens. But when you hit the right password, you hear a sound, click. That click means what? Paid gaya. When we say something's clicked with us, that it's clicked. What has clicked? It has clicked that I am the one alone. Nobody else. There is no other. I alone am the one who keeps my cycle alive. I am the one who's keeping it perpetuated. And if that is so, then what is the way out is where the mumukshutvam starts. How am I to get out of this cycle? How do I reduce the cycle? Or how do I make the cycle conducive that I get out of it? Provided, I'm repeating again, I want to get out of it. If this is so, then here the Shastra is concluding the chapter on Jnanam. The vision of Veda in a summary, in 2 sentences I will say. The Shastra tells us, and so I can say. 2 sentences, the way out is, the very karmas that you are so busy doing now, बस इन्हीं कर्मों को जो आप कर रहे हो ऑलरेडी, बस इन्हीं कर्मों को अब योग की दृष्टि से करो, भोग की दृष्टि से मत करो. कर्मों को योग दृष्टि से करो, भोग दृष्टि से मत करो. जब ये होने लगता है, तब अंदर ही जो मन का एक बदलाव आता है, there is a transformation. An intellectual knowledge is not necessarily a mental transformation. intellectual knowledge is conducive for mental transformation. It is faster than when there is a knowledge understanding, intellectual understanding. बहुत जल्दी बदल सकता है एक इंसान अगर वो बदलना चाहे, मगर वो समझ के बदलना चाहता है कि नहीं, वो एक अलग बात है. वो क्या समझ इसलिए रहा है कि वो बदलना चाहता है. If you notice what I am saying carefully, many of us come to Vedanta and knowledge with no idea that it is going to be talking about self-transformation. And self-transformation will mean mental transformation. And mental transformation will mean it will be a transformation of how I thought before, what I felt before. It will get transformed into something that at this point I may not know what it is. A lot of us, most of us, when these classes get started in the world, and the people that we address are not necessarily in the stage of mukshus. They are more in the stage of consolidating their grahasti, their desires, yet there is some curiosity and there is some anugraha earned by their own self, that there is Shravanam of Vedanta. And that Shravanam of Vedanta alone is that which opens the marg, खोल देता है रास्ता. इस चीज का, this cycle जो हम डले हुए हैं अपने आप से, that merry go round, merry go round, merry go round, वो चलता है. अभी नीचे, अभी ऊपर, कभी राइट, कभी लेफ्ट, कभी मजा आता है, कभी रोना आता है. You find these huge roller coasters and see them somewhere hard, they will go down, and then you see all of them and you realize, my God, is this not a cycle of karma and phala? क्या कुछ फर्क है इसमें? This is the same. All life experiences will boil down to this much. But when this marg opens, means now I am beginning to identify how should I act? In which way should the action be done? That they will they will transform me. I will not say words, mind and all. They will transform me. For me to get transformed in such a way that finally, now Shastra says at this point, that by this transformation and exposure to Vedantic Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasan of Advaitam, self-knowledge, knowledge which is only about Advaitam. If there is a knowledge about Ishvara in you, you are still in the cycle. There is a lot of depth in this. I don't even know how much. If the knowledge you are gaining keeps Ishvara and you in two categories, then the cycle still continues. You will have a better cycle, but the cycle still continues. But if you have somewhere the cognition of absorbing the Shravanam, turning it inside, for which your mind is quite enough, allowing the knowledge to work on you to transform you. Knowledge will transform you, but you have to be non-resistive to it. When this is so, he says, that stage, knowledge will burn away. And that is the verse 37. Knowledge will burn away your entire cycles, all सब बीज जितने भी हैं आज तक हमारे, अब तक इस ज्ञान के पहले तक, which means any amount of life, any amount of जीवन, any amount of good and bad karma, anything, कोई भी कर्म और फल हो उसका, all of it, sarva karmani, it burns it. And it burns all karmas means it burns away the very capacity for a karma to result, to bring a phal. And I'm going to equate this to example again. बीज में फल आने की शक्ति बीज में ही लेटेंट है. We all recognize this. Just a conducive environment and nothing else. Same thing. कर्म में ही फल latent है. In the very karma itself is the phal. Jnana, what does it do? Jnana burns away the capacity of that phal to mature itself. Nirbiji karoti. It removes the capacity of the karma to transform into a result. It burns it. Once it's become bhasmi bhoot, thereafterwards, a burnt seed cannot produce a fruit. In the same way, a burnt karma cannot result. And if it cannot result, then the cycle of birth and death has got cut. In the 15th chapter, he says, cut asunder. Chidyate. In another Upanishad, he says, Chidyate granthi. ये जो knot है ना, this knot of karma, result, karma phal, इसके पीछे थोड़ा सा जाओ तो the cycle का जो sustaining power है, the sustaining power of the cycle comes from ajnanam. Atma ajnanam. As long as Atma ajnanam thrives in us, जिंदा है जब तक वो, means है. Atma ajnanam जब तक है, watch the cycle. Let me try and draw this just for its. Straight line supposed to be. This is, take it as a base, adhishthan. Practice of this also. This is adhishthan. Can everyone see? Shalini?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can.
Yes, we
This is the, I'm making it thick. This is your ajnanam. If I have to write here. This is ajnanam. Let's just leave it here. The whole thing. As long as this is alive, there is going to be this is, remember, just a drawing, but you multiply it. In whichever way. Circles and circles. If you see the diagram, this being ajnanam, this is the cycle of birth and death. This cycle of birth and death is nourished by ajnanam. जब तक मैं ना जानूं कि मेरा स्वरूप स्थिति क्या है, ये नाम रूप से बदली हुई अवस्था, ये नाम रूप से बदले हुए रिश्ते, ये नाम रूप से बदला हुआ जीवन, ये नाम रूप से बदले हुए उपाधि, means any type of a body I can get. It's not necessary a human body. कितनी आयु है, कितना सुख दुख है, कितना मृत्यु, व्याधि, दुख, क्लेश, how much separation, partition, rogue, you can multiply. उसमें थोड़ा आनंद, means how much acquisition, how much pleasure, how much money, how much gratification, how much status, how many, you can multiply good and bad. But ये सब हो कहाँ रहा है? This is, well, this is looking like a fan. The picture is looking like a fan. That means this ajnanam fans the cycle of birth and death, perpetuated, kept perpetual only by ajnanam. If this is clear, then what is the relevance of knowledge? If you see it there, the relevance of knowledge then automatically becomes that it will burn away the whole cycle. Once it burns away, what are you left with? कर्मों का निर्बीजी होना. I'm not sure if I'm able to make this clear. Nirbiji hona. That's the word Shankara has used. And that is very, very, very relevant. Making the karmas ineffective means I am neither a yearner of punyam, achhe phal, nor am I an avoider of papam, bure phal. Between punya and papam, I have recognized कि I have no choice. या मैं अच्छे कर्म ही करूं या मैं बुरे, दोनों में I'll only be, it's like a seesaw. Children play in that park, seesaw. I am sitting on one of them. Means कभी ऊपर जाता है कभी नीचे. पुण्य पाप goes up and down. But there is no freedom. He says the only time that you can aspire for it or you can become awake to it is when you have recognized that jnanam itself is the cause. कारण है वो. आत्मज्ञान की जरूरत क्यों है? आत्मज्ञान की वैल्यू क्या है? आत्मज्ञान क्यों परस्यू करना है? Because in another place he has said in this also, it is the greatest of all sadhanas. Just to sustain a body, if you look at our life now, 3 times a day minimum, we are in the process of eating. Just eating. To keep what? The body alive. 3 times a day, we are eating only to sustain the physical body. 3 or more. And to eat, you have to do a whole lot of things. That means most of the day, what are you doing? Keeping the body alive. This sustenance of body is only for what reason? How much effort it goes to sustain the body? What is jnana sadhana? Is it of a similar nature? पहले अपने मन में ये ध्यान रखो, कितना कर्म करते हैं हम इस शरीर को जिंदा रखने के लिए. कितना मतलब सस्टेनेंस इज नॉट, इट्स नॉट एफर्टलेस. शरीर को जिंदा रखने के लिए देयर इज अ होल लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट. ज्ञान का एफर्ट कब डलेगा? when this perception of cycle is clear, and secondly, will that effort be equivalent to शरीर को जिंदा रखने का? Or what do you think? Will it be more or will it be less? Or will it be the same? जो सिर्फ शरीर को जिंदा रखने के लिए इतना परिश्रम हो सकता है, तो अज्ञान निवृत्ति, to destroy the self-ignorance, to eliminate the self-ignorance, to burn away the seed of karma, what would be the purusharth necessary? What would be the necessity or commitment? He's going to talk of it in the following verse. Who will be the successful, in quote unquote, in freeing himself, herself, itself who will gain that, who will go to the other shore? कौन संसार नैया ज्ञान की बोट पे बैठ के संसार को पार करेगा? The gist of the verses. And he said, karma, jnana is that agni. Atma Gyan is that agni which will burn away this cycle. And the reason we said previously, because Atma Agyan burns away your false perception of yourself, जिससे तुम कर्म को जन्म देते हो. As parents, which almost, I think all of you almost are, or children, eliminating all of you, आपने जन्म दिया पूरा जीव. अभी ये नोटिस किया कि मैंने जन्म दिया, किसने मेरे कर्म को जन्म दिया? That Atma Agyanam has become the Janani. I've become the Janani myself. How? In Atma Agyanam, I have a misplaced identity. मैं अपने आप को कुछ और ही समझता. And this misplaced identity has become the Janani for the cycle. Karma, Mrityu. Karma, Janma, Mrityu. Janma, Karma, Mrityu. Janma, Karma, Mrityu. Okay, let me put it this way. Janma, Karma, Phala, Mrityu. Janma, Karma, Phala, Mrityu. Janani hai. This Atma Agyanam, only way to burn this is light up the fire of Jnanam. जब आत्म ज्ञान प्रज्वलित होता है, then no longer do I have a misplaced identity. My misplaced identity, for the sake of those I'm repeating, my misplaced identity in technical terms is kartritvam, bhoktritvam, and in non-technical terms is everything that I call myself as a being, as an individual. Every notion that I hold in myself, talk in any language, आप इंग्लिश में बात करें, आप जर्मन में बात करें, कोई इंसान अपने आप को फ्री नहीं समझता अंदर से. अपने आप को कभी बड़ा समझता है, छोटा समझता है, कभी अच्छा समझता है, कभी बुरा समझता है, लेकिन अपने आप को एक जन्म और मृत्यु के दायरे के बीच में हुआ समझता है. बस my birth year, death भगवान जाने, but इसके बीच में ही मेरा जन्म है, मेरी जीवन है. This is it. This is my life. This concept of this is my life is burned away in Atma. तो वो Atma Jnanam. Therefore, the parameter is entirely different. He said, Jnana Agni, when it gets prajwalit, भस्म कर देती है, क्योंकि आत्मा अज्ञान भस्म हुआ है. If you notice the white board again, in that thick Atma Gyan has got reduced to ashes because of the fire of knowledge. And if the Atma Gyan is reduced to ashes, then that was the one जो अधिष्ठान था ना साइकिल का पूरा, उसके आगे ही फैन बन रहा था, वो पूरा का पूरा gone because Atma Gyan gone. So does knowledge, I'm taking a very oft asked question. People seek this knowledge to simplify this cycle. इसी cycle में relief के लिए, it's like, you want knowledge for knowledge like move. What does move do? जब बहुत दर्द होता है, you look for move or something like that. What are you expecting out of move? You're expecting relief. Bas, that's it, some relief. Because the pain is unbearable. because the pain is felt. So you want an ointment. In the same way, people take Vedanta as an ointment. What is that ointment? You think this life ka stress and strain and fear and anxiety and troubles and relationship issues, so many issues this jiva is experiencing. I want ointment for it. Vedanta kya karta hai? Look at the ointment it gives you. It gives you the very burns away. Will you need an ointment after that? When the very adhishthan is gone, there is no need for an ointment because the pain itself is not the focal point of your solution. The pain of the sansara life, this janam or this mrityu, this life, bhasmi karoti, because ajnanam has become into ashes, not a trace of misplaced identity. Now, hota hai na, kabhi kabhi we are in a very inspired mood. That day we have a different life. And then suddenly after a day or 2 days or 5 months, you suddenly find yourself once again, all hawa nikla hua insan. Suddenly you find all confusion again. Suddenly you find nothing's happening. You find I want something. What is bhasmi karna agyan ka? For good. It's not something that will be repeated ever. 1 year, 5 years, 15 years, 50 years. Liberation means you are liberated for good. There is no return back of the previous state of your mind. The previous afflicted or a happy state, dependent happy state. जीव की दृष्टि में 2 ही चीजें होती हैं, a dependent sorrow or a dependent happiness. Dependent sorrow means कोई कारण है मेरे दुख का बाहर, और या तो dependent happiness is कोई कारण बनी है चीज बाहर for my happiness. As long as I call myself a jiva, I am caught up in the cycle of dependent happiness and dependent sorrow. Atma Gyan has destroyed the very foundation, because Atma is the source, is the happiness which was lent to all your dependent states of happiness. If this is clear, why does that bhasmi karna sthiti not result in emptiness, but burns away the whole cycle of search for your fullness and happiness through the karmas, is because that Atma itself is Ananda Swabhav. That Atma itself is Purnam. That Atma nahi, that is a wrong word. What should I be saying, really speaking? This Atma. What should I really be saying? This Atma, which is me. This Atma itself is the source of all happiness, is actually the happiness, is actually Anand Swabhav, जिसका स्वभाव ही आनंद है. अब इसके बाद वो अतृप्ति मन में, वैक्यूम मन में, या एनीथिंग, संसार का कुछ भी नोशन, can it ever produce a cycle of karma again? Once I am fulfilled. Now this finishing it, bhasmi karoti. I have taken a lot of time today only because, worthwhile or not, you would know the best. Jnana Agni destroys, bhasma karta hai Atma Ajnanam ko, and therefore burns all karmas. That is the essential point. And then now in the next verse he says, again glorifying knowledge itself. And in this, let's chant this first. Nahi jnanena sadrisham.
Nahi jnanena sadrisham.
Pavitram iha vidyate.
Pavitram iha vidyate.
I'm going to do this again because we won't break up the words. Pavitram miha vidyate.
Pavitram iha vidyate.
Tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha.
Tatstavayyam yoga siddhita. Sorry, ma'am. I think I've gone.
Tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha.
Tatstavayyam yoga sansiddhaha.
Repeat after me. Tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha.
Tatstavayyam yoga sansiddhaha.
Tat swayam
Tatstvayyam yoga samsiddhaha.
कालेनात्मनि विन्दति.
कालेनात्मनि विन्दति.
न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते.
न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते.
तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति.
तत्सवै योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति.
न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते. तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति.
न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते. तस्य वैयो संसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति.
Savai is sounding like Sevya.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sevaya.
That's वै योग.
Savayai. Ayai. Because Anuswara we are converting to ya.
Ma'am, that's वै. तत्स वै योग संसिद्धः.
You are doing it full. You are doing. Do swa, not sava.
तत्स्वयं
Swa.
तत्स्वयं योग.
This swa.
तत्स वै योग संसिद्धः.
Again, you've done full. Doesn't matter. With practice, we'll get it. It's just half sir.
Sorry, ma'am. तत्स्वयं योग.
Correct. Absolutely. We'll stop here. We'll continue with the class. So now, what in this verse he's going to say is,
Zero. The father. Unmute. Mute yourself, please.
What was that? Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Can we see the screen or am I to share it?
You have to share, PPT.
nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Nahi, indeed not. Now, what is the gist? Basically, that there is only purifier, the highest purifier is knowledge. So what he's saying is, na vidyate, connect na with vidyate, does not exist. What does not exist? Jnanena sadrisham, equals anything equivalent to jnana. Sadrisham means equivalent, uske jaisa, alike, like it, means something equivalent to it, not just like it, something equivalent to it. There is nothing, means indeed. There is nothing indeed equivalent to knowledge. In what? Pavitram, iha, here, in this world. Pavitram, purifier. Indeed, there is no higher, greater, equivalent purifier to knowledge in this world. Nahi, indeed, nissandeh, बिना किसी संदेह के, means doubtlessly, this is a fact. What is a fact? Jnanena, jnaan ke, to knowledge, sadrisham, saman, similar, equivalent, pavitram iha, पवित्र करने वाला इस संसार में, purifier in this world, vidyate, है, is there. tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha. Tat swayam, two words, tat and swayam. That tat refers to this knowledge, ज्ञान. ज्ञान स्वयं, अपने आप ही, उस ज्ञान को अपने आप ही, that knowledge itself, yoga samsiddhaha, this is referring to a person, manushya, one person, the person who, what qualifies this person? Who is yoga samsiddhaha, who has some siddhi in yoga, not English some siddhi in yoga, which means योग के द्वारा, योग से सिद्धि, सम सिद्धि को प्राप्त हुआ. कौन सी सिद्धि? अंतकरण शुद्धि की. Means through the process of yoga, and Shankara here will qualify not just any yoga, but through the process of what qualifies for antakarna shuddhi, which is karma yoga, upasana yoga, dhyana yoga, ashtanga yoga. With all these yoga, as in when you are taking on practices for purifying yourself, inner purity. Antakaran shuddhi, one who is well mastered in some siddhi, means that some was qualifying to say he has mastered the karma yoga, dhyana yoga. Tat swayam, that knowledge itself, for such a person, yog siddhi wala, kalena atmani vindati. Kalena atmani. Kalena means samay mein, samay par, in time, काल में, आत्मनि, in oneself, अपने अंदर. In oneself, अपने अंदर means where? Not in the body, obviously. अपने अंदर ही means it will, first and foremost point is he will not find moksha outside of himself. So any amount of Ishvara darshan, any amount of whatever mystic experience, anything that you have outside of you, that in oneself is an indicator to say, as long as you are seeking perfection and liberation outside, that's not knowledge. Knowledge is in oneself. In oneself, yoga samsiddhaha purushaha will find it in oneself. What? Antakarana shuddhi. Through the practices of antakarana shuddhi, he will find that knowledge in himself automatically. So if you see the translation, first Hindi, is sansar mein, iha word in the moolam, is sansar mein ज्ञान ज्ञानेन सदृशम, ज्ञानेन सदृशम, ज्ञान के समान, पवित्रम इह, पवित्र करने वाला ही, निस्संदेह कुछ नहीं है। कर्म योग के द्वारा, बिटवीन ब्रैकेट्स, शुद्ध अंतकरण किया हुआ मनुष्य स्वयं अपने आप में, जो उसका शुद्ध मन है, ज्ञान को पा लेता है। मीन्स साक्षात्कार, अपरोक्ष अनुभव, मीन्स he recognizes his swarupam within himself as the supreme, as Brahman. Indeed, in this world, there is no purifier equivalent to self-knowledge. One who is mastered in yoga, and that yoga means the practices of karma and dhyan. One gains that knowledge within oneself, in mind, means oneself, in time, means that knowledge itself reveals, is revealing. Swayam swataha siddham. It reveals its own self. Where? But the condition is mastered in yoga. So that means जितना जितना अंतकरण हमारा ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड है फॉर शुद्धि, उतना ज्ञान, आत्मज्ञान की क्वालिफिकेशन में, that ज्ञान has the potential to reveal itself. This is the basic gist. We will quickly do, I know it's 11:56, the time cop will say, we will quickly do the, it is a very small bhashya. Where the will follow me, Shalini.
Yes, ma'am.
Nahi jnanena
Nahi jnanena
sadrisham tulyam
sadrisham tulyam
pavitram pavanam
pavitram pavanam
shuddhikaram iha vidyate.
shuddhikaram iha vidyate.
So he says, Nahi is in the moolam, Nahi. Jnanena, again moolam. Sadrisham, again moolam. All Shankara is giving is the meaning. Sadrisham is equal to tulyam. And that tulyam is what we did in the moolam is equivalent. Indeed, jnan ka tulya. In what? Pavitram. Again in the moolam is equal to pavanam. Pavitram means जो पावन करता है, और पावन means जो शुद्धि करता है. So he says ज्ञान के अलावा कुछ ऐसा नहीं है जो शुद्धि करता है. इहा विद्यते, here in this world. tat jnanam स्वयमेव
स्वयमेव
योग संसिद्धः
योग संसिद्धः
योगेन
योगेन
कर्मयोगेन
कर्मयोगेन
समाधियोगेन च
समाधियोगेन च
संसिद्धः
संसिद्धः
संस्कृतः
संस्कृतः
योग्यताम्
योग्यताम्
आपन्नः
आपन्नः
आपन्नः सन्
आपन्नः सन्
मुमुक्षुः
मुमुक्षुः
कालेन महता
कालेन महता
आत्मनि विन्दति
आत्मनि विन्दति
लभते इत्यर्थः.
लभते इत्यर्थः.
Tat word, as I said, Shankara gives the meaning jnanam. Tat is equal to jnanam. He's given the meaning. What should you take tat as? Because tat is otherwise just a you can just say tat means that. So that can mean what? So yes, Shankara clarifies it for us. If you don't take the bhashyam, then you can have many interpretations around this word. Tat swayam. What can that mean? So you can have a commentary itself on it and a different school of thought can emerge. Tat means jnanam. That knowledge, now see how the sentence gets complete here. That knowledge, swayam itself, swayam eva, he says the word eva, apne aap hi, by itself. Yoga samsiddhaha, the second word. What is yoga samsiddhaha? He's giving the vigraha also, and at the same time, he's also explaining the word. Yogena, karma yogena, samadhi yogena cha samsiddhaha. So he's given the vigraha of this. What should you take the meaning as yoga siddhaha? Yogena, in yoga. Which yoga? Karma yoga, cha, and samadhi yoga. Samadhi yoga, Shankara often mentions this as the Ashtanga yoga of Patanjali. Ashtanga yoga, Vedanta will accept it as a means for Chitta Shuddhi. Just as Karma yoga is a means for Chitta Shuddhi, Ashtanga yoga is also a means for only for Chitta Shuddhi. But we will not accept, Vedanta will not accept the knowledge that supports Ashtanga yoga, because in Ashtanga yoga there is the main fundamental difference is that they will accept the plurality of Atma. That is the very major reason why it will not be accepted, because in Vedanta and Advaita there is no plurality of Atma. But in Ashtanga yoga, in their philosophy, in the knowledge, there is plurality of Atma. But the practices that it gives you, yama, niyama, uparama, asana, uparama, up to the point of sadha, pratyahara, pranayama, uparama, samadhi. All the steps that are given there are basically for Chitta Shuddhi. At every stage, when done correctly, is said to free the mind to the extent it will quieten the mind. What does Karam Yoga also do? Karam Yoga also frees the mind to quieten the mind. And what does this mean? He says, Samsiddha, well accomplished. He is established in the mastered over, as I said. This Samsiddha, in other words, means Samskritaha. Samskritaha is always referring to the transformation of the mind, opposing it to the Prakritaha Manaha. Prakrit Manaha is a Ragadveshi, Ahankari, Mala based. All the impurities are there in that mind. Impulsive mind is an English translation, but it's not adequate to explain that. That mind which is seated and rooted in its own avidya. Avidya is that base, that thick parat, from where it goes on doing things reactively with the hope that it will alone will get something. So it wants to fulfill the very Jeev Atma. That more the one person acts to fulfill Jeev Atma, more Prakrit his Swabhav becomes. This is the Vedas view. Opposite of that is more yogic approach one has, means more one begins to transform one's actions and attitudes and outlooks towards yoga, for yoga, as in does Karam yoga or Samadhi yoga, to qualify oneself. More and more the mind transforms from Prakrit Swabhav and becomes refined, Samskritaha. He becomes Samskritaha. And Shankara takes no chances, as we know by now. Samskritaha word can itself bring a very mystic meaning. He says, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. All it means is योग्यता है इस इंसान में. means he has worked. He's now yogya for Atmagyan. Apannaha, he's accomplished the yogyata. Samsiddhaha is apannaha yogyatam, and it means samskritaha. One who has accomplished this, sun means is continuing. Who is he? Now, one word for all this is mumukshu. He's a mumukshu. He's a desirer for moksha. It's a very commonsensical thing. Shastra is not a very big, unknown, great something. Mumukshu कौन बनेगा? The one who desires moksha. जो मोक्ष को डिजायर करेगा वही तो ये सब प्रोसेस ऑफ कर्म योग और समाधि योग करेगा. The one who will desire for artha and kama, why will he do karma yoga? Why will he do samadhi yoga? He should not do karma yoga and samadhi yoga if you want money. So if you expect that through karma yoga I will get artha and kama fulfilled, that won't happen. Karma yoga and samadhi yoga are means for chitta shuddhi for one who desires moksha. ये उसका मार्ग है, उसका रास्ता है. So to reach the 6th floor if your home is in the 6th floor, there will be a way to reach the 6th floor. You cannot go in the opposite direction and say, I will reach home. In the same way, Karam Yoga and Gyan Yoga, Samadhi Yoga here are meant for Mumukshu. That Mumukshu who has become Samskritaha means he has practiced it for Kalena, Mahata. Shankara uses the word Mahata. Here is only Moolam is only Kalena, but he says Mahata. Very long time. Means he practices. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a capsule. It's not 2 days. It's not 5 days. It's not. Time is not a relevant factor here. As long as it requires to become established, so long this is Mumukshu has been persistent with it. That persistence that this Mumukshu has shown, and he has become Samskrita, got Yogyata, and this is being the greatest purifier. Atmani Vindati Labhate Ityarthaha. Says in this meaning, it means apne mehi, that knowledge will reveal itself, he will find it. Vindati is the Moolam. Labhate, he will gain that knowledge in himself. So it almost looks like, to the extent there is Yogyata, to the extent there is Yogyata, to that an extent Jnanam is the Pavitram. And why Pavitram word? I will again take just 2 more minutes, because in Vedic view there are many purifiers. You have many practices, like we did all the yajnas before, they were all also purifiers. Purifier is to remove the mala, in other words. प्राकृत मन को संस्कृत बनाने के लिए you are taking aids, just as to purify your body, your soap, your detergent, your body wash is an aid. What does it do? You have added something to remove something. What you added is the soap, and that soap has removed the dirt and has also removed itself. The water becoming a greater purifier than the soap. But you need the soap there with the water, and together you have removed it. You've removed. So the mala, जो अंतकरण में बैठा है, dirt, impurity, हमारा स्वभाव में जो काम क्रोध लोभ मोह सर्य अज्ञान जनित हैं, उनको साफ करने के लिए, removing them, he said, highest purifier amongst all purifiers is knowledge. Means Atma Gyan will purify the mind, the fastest and the deepest, purest. What are the other purifiers? All other sadhanas, like what? Tanam, pilgrimages, fasting, parayanams, even the karmas, Vedic karmas, they put that thing on the finger, that's called the pavitram. So there are many Ganga Snanam. You take it as a karma-based purifier. So differentiating all karma-based purifiers from jnana-based purifiers. This, he said in this verse, there is a 38.0, which is one few words which seems to be missing. He has given the English translation, but he has missed the Sanskrit word. The Sanskrit printing is missing here. Yataha evam ataha. Because in the previous verse, fire, knowledge of fire has burnt away all actions. Therefore, yataha. Therefore, because it has burnt away, therefore, the reason ataha is that knowledge becomes the greatest purifier. That reason, on account of the fact that knowledge burns away all actions, it is also one of the greatest purifiers. This we can end the class here. We will continue. Then we'll take it. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamekvavashishyate.